purchasing wise, like to hold. Not interested in any altcoins. Only Bitcoin. Matter of fact, I want to show you guys. I showed this morning, so you may have seen this on the show. But if we look at the Bitcoin, like let's say that I dollar cost average the same amount that I've been doing on Bitcoin on all the alts, right? And
Yeah.
so looking at Bitcoin here, this is down 4.4%. Okay. Ethereum, if I had dollar cost average the same period of time, is down 10.3%. ADA is down 13.1%. Chainlink is down 17.2%. Solana, 15.9%.
Solana needs to
Doge
keep dying.
is down 20%.
I mean, did you see Radium down 30% in a day?
Yep, I did. XRP, we would have only invested once, and it would be even right now. It would be today.
So this is interesting. I don't know if you follow them. FS Insight with like Tom Lee. He's like sometimes he's like an NBC contributor or CNBC
Yeah, I know you're talking
contributor.
about.
Anyways, I like his stuff, and they have a strategy on coins. They have a couple strategies, but one of them was interesting. So it had Bitcoin, Ethereum, HNT, Solana, JTO, Ray, Bonk, USDC, Arrow, Doge, XRP, Virtual, and AI16Z. And they had what their breakdown was of each coin. I hadn't seen that
Well, I would
before
be
today.
hesitant about. I would be very hesitant about any of the virtuals.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like I just thought it was
Okay,
interesting. I
okay.
hadn't seen that. I know they do, like I said, coins, but I hadn't seen the strategy.
Yeah.
Especially some of those coins I saw in there. And what do you
Yeah,
say, like this price action right now, this like whipsaw? I mean, do you think it's gonna, it seems to me like it's probably gonna what, go up? Is what I'm guessing, like all this back and forth, like these long wicks, like trying to grab the liquidity from down below.
Well, right now we're not. Right now Bitcoin is not getting a bounce, and this should have recovered when it broke the 786 here, because that would be the liquidity grab, unless its target is to grab the liquidity here. If it doesn't hold the 887 here at $91,000, then you're looking at $89,000.
Yeah, I mean, I just happen to be looking at some of the coins. I mean, there's such drastic, candles and wicks that are just back and forth, like quick moves, which usually it means something, either one way or the other.
Yeah, I think the rally, the liquidity grab before further down that we were talking about last week, that was right here. It went up to grab liquidity from these ranges, and that was pretty much it. And now we couldn't even get back above the golden pocket. So looking at these fib levels here, it's.
I mean, we just entered a liquidity zone on the 2-week as soon as we dropped into like 93,000. So
Yep.
like that was a decent liquidity zone, but like it's still kind of lit up all the way down to like 91. Yeah, like 91,200.
Yep.
So
I think the big wicks are people getting liquidated. At least that's what I was told. So the big wicks are not necessarily always liquidations. It's also buy orders. That's where the buying pressure is meeting selling pressure.
Got it.
I was replying to Buck.
A what?
I was replying to Buck in the chat. He said
Oh.
he was told that the wicks are people getting liquidated, and I said no, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, there's probably a lot of stop losses down there and stuff, so they're hitting it right. But like this sell-off pressure here, there was a shit ton of orders here. That's why this wicked all the way back up, because people started buying it when it hit that range.
I know. Country called me last night. He's like, what's everybody talking about? What coins do I? I'm like, dude, I wouldn't buy anything really right now unless you're gonna get into something like really quick and in and out. Like if you see something, you know, I'd go for quality, not just getting into anything. I don't know what he ended up doing.
It's what I've been banging the drum on for weeks now. Matter of fact, if you actually look at where I started talking about that, I said any bounces that we get are likely going to be suckers rallies. Well, we've seen that a lot. And I said until we break structure and do a higher high, because if we look at this on like daily, you'll see here. Actually, let's do it on 12-hour. You get it more defined. There you go. High, low, higher high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower high. Because you know this is these are the in betweens, right? So if you put this on like a 3-day, you'll see it. There you go. High, low, high, low. I guess all of this continued to trickle. And then we started to get a higher high here, but now it just fell, that's that dead cat bounce where you're grabbing liquidity and that's it for a further downside. So we need a break of structure. We really need to get a buildup, like come down here, do a double bottom. That would be my hope, is that it comes down to here, hits a double bottom, and then we start to build like this.
Today, I'm going to be showing you how
to start to get that bullish price action structure. But if we don't get that, not pretty. If we don't get that, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got into some things last night, but really quick, in and out.
Because right now we're losing the support of the price cycle bottom. And that you don't want to see. Because that has historically led to low side drops of 10%, high side drops of 30 to 50. So,
well, I mean, I think weren't a lot of people calling like 87 as a target. Like if it didn't maintain like 94, 91, it was going down to like 87.
Yeah, let's go look here.
I had a Solana short, but I jumped out of that when it started kind of doing some weird stuff, but I should have stayed in it.
Here, let's put my guy on there. We'll need you to pump that up for me. Yeah, that's well crap it didn't hold. There is Jesus takes the wheel. And Jesus take the wheel is between 89 to 87,000. That's been the levels that I've been showing you guys forever.
Yeah. So what was the deal with Coinbase yesterday? I guess some people got hacked. One of their accounts got hacked on Coinbase.
I didn't see anything on that at all anywhere.
Yeah, there were some people on the hacker or whatever group chat that said that they had gotten their account had gotten hacked. But what was interesting is yesterday I got an email or text asking me, confirm my information. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
go
and
screw
that's
yourself.
exactly how they got hacked. So
So,
they didn't get
I mean,
hacked.
it actually
They
looked. I mean, sometimes you're like,
Yeah. Oh
okay,
yeah,
well, you can't even
they look
spell
absolutely
Coinbase
real.
right. So this one looked really real, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
no, not gonna do
I
that.
get them all the time. I get them all the
I just go
time.
and log into my account to see if there's a problem, and like, okay, it's
That's
like,
exactly what you're
yeah,
supposed to do. So those people
yeah,
that did not get hacked, it is not, you're not getting hacked when you give someone your login shit. That's not a
yeah,
hack.
yeah, yeah,
That's
brother.
you not
Good
being
shot.
vigilant and you handed someone your fucking shit.
yeah. No, that's like my mother.
Someone
She's
broke
like,
into my house.
oh,
No,
I'm like, oh
no,
my God, Mom, stop.
you gave your key to someone to get into your
Yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
phishing attack.
Yep, that's all it is. So yeah, Jesus Take the Wheel is between 89 to 87. I think that if we lose that level, we're heading right down to 76 to 74,000. And the reason for that is because there is nothing here. There's nothing here to stop it. Nothing.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the market does in the next 24 hours, 36 hours, well, next 2 days.
Yeah,
The
because
same
if I
I'm
throw
sure by the
on,
end of the week. By the end of the
if I
week, it's
throw
going
on the
back down
fixed
again.
range, yeah, if I throw on a fixed range volume profile, from here
What's up,
over,
Buck?
Hello, ma'am.
Damn, good
all the
Lord.
way over. There we go. Yeah, there you go. So you can see there's from this area, which is Jesus Take the Wheel, from that area all the way down to Bitcoin's last stand, there's no volume here at all. That is just a free fall right down to there.
That'll be quick though, right?
Buck,
Loose of it.
no,
Like,
you're gonna lose.
you don't hold on to it, you lose it.
Lose.
No, you lose it. You're gonna lose it when you let go, right? That's what I put on there.
You do that all the time, and I'm like, 1-0.
No, that's why it's funny, because you lose it.
I'm about to lose my shit. I love you, Buck.
I love you too.
So yeah,
Mikey.
that's that Bitcoin's last stand is off of that volume node right there, though.
Is that the CME gap?
Yep, CME gap is right in this motherfucker.
Okay.
And a big volume node.
I might sell off a lot of my Bitcoin if we break, your top side level. We break below into that.
Can you imagine how much shit people are going to lose their minds? How much people are going to lose their shit, bro, if we hit $67,500, which is the point of control for this whole range.
Yeah.
People are
It's like
already losing their crap. Like I've heard people like almost sound like they're about to like kill themselves on some of these chats.
Did you not see the
Like,
guy
they've lost
yelling at me
everything.
when I made fun of his wizard status? Like, that dude lost his fucking mind.
No, I thought one guy
Yeah,
for
what
sure
was
had
that
probably
about?
oofed himself.
There was a
What was
kid
that
a few days ago that put all his money on some meme and killed himself to hoping he would leave something for his wife and kids.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, sad, man.
Jeez.
I haven't even looked at my old school fibs here. This is my master fibs that go all the way back to the peak of 2021 and so on and so forth. I just want to see what's look, that would be the 786 on my old fibs right there at the bottom level. And these are trend based. These are 6-year-old trend based fibs that have been playing beautifully. Like when the March top, we rejected perfectly on the 786. Bounced right off the 887. Sorry, bounced right off the 887 or 786 before we did our pump up. All of our support here was in the golden pocket. So
So the fibs that are attached to it, is it dynamic or market oracle? I don't know, whatever one. Are those not as accurate as the ones that you place yourself?
Those are dynamic. They will move.
It will move. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're based on
Are
the past
they
however many
accurate?
candles you set. They're
Are
really
they
accurate.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say that they're more accurate than my 6-year-old fibs that I've been running for years. This thing, when we hit the bottom there and I measured those, like this is what I was watching for my buy-in points the whole time for more support, 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 resistance. Like these fibs have been surgical. So yeah, the other ones are just good for like a quick dirty grab. Like if you look here, all of our support was on one of our dynamic fibs right there. So
Got it.
yeah, they're dynamic fibs, but they move, right? So I like static fibs when I'm looking at, when I'm looking at, am I going to invest here or not, right? I like to look at my static fibs up from way back when. It's like this here. These are static fibs that go through the entire history of Bitcoin on a weekly chart. In this whole cycle, we've pretty much been in between the golden pocket and the platinum pocket this whole cycle. What's up, Veritech? How you doing, man? LBC? Trent?
Hi, thanks. Bottom is in.
Yeah, I just, this is why this morning on the thing though, I was like, I wanted to give you guys a reminder when I showed you those levels, like, be aware, guys, we need to make sure that we don't have too much exposure in the alt side. I'm not buying any alts until I see Bitcoin find bullish structure, and we're not there yet. So Bobby Yaz, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
What if you
We're
have,
going.
quite a bit of exposure to alts, like all over the place, from some memes to AI to, I mean,
Then I would
golf,
say that you haven't. Then I would say that you never listen to Piper's sessions that I talk about in here, because I've warned you against that for 2 months.
well, I got some stuff that I just don't ever touch. I bought it ages and ages and ages ago. Don't touch it, don't play with it. And I got an account to play with, and I'm just kind of starting to get
Yeah,
concerned.
that stuff. If you're looking at, you don't care, right? Then then continue to hold it. If you've had it forever, for years and years and years, just let it ride. Dollar cost average into it. But if you're looking to maximize this run and for the next run, that was the move. That was the move that I was watching. LBC, go ahead and talk, man. What's up?
Yeah, I was just saying that XRP itself, I'm not sure about the rest of the market, but I know XRP might have just put in its spring of Wyckoff accumulation. So that's why I said the bottom is in, but maybe not for everything, but for XRP it might be. But the spring can still go a little lower, and it's still got to put in higher lows and higher highs and all that good stuff. But just flush for me was completely on the table, and for XRP at least, I think that could be it, and we could be reversing here soon on XRP. So if XRP is going to reverse, then I think a lot of stuff might reverse at the same time. So, but we'll see. There's a lot going on this week.
I think you're skipping the key point there. If Bitcoin reverses, then it will. If Bitcoin doesn't reverse and it starts to go down, remember, all those other tokens are altcoins. We know that story and how it goes in the bear market. There's no alt that can stand up to the fall like Bitcoin at all. So
Yes.
Bitcoin's got to turn around before anything else does.
Indeed. But,
Isn't-
Bitcoin
but yeah.
coin might stand the way.
You can go.
Is the-
I dropped my screen share. OC, you can pull up if you want to look at the spring.
Oh well,
Is the Fed speaking this week, or are we going to get a decision on interest rates later this week or something?
Nope. We don't have another one of those until
GDP.
March.
Okay.
It's a nice slow bleed out of price action.
obviously, what time frame you're looking at?
4 hour.
What is it? 4 hour?
4 hour.
Oh, perfect.
So you get the buyer's climax, you get the automatic rally, you get the upthrust that takes out the secondary test. So that's that second high. You get the upthrust that takes that out, and then you go into the spring.
Right.
And the spring has a crashing structure, which is a 7-wave crashing structure, and you can count it out, but it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it rolls up, and inside of wave,
Pull it up.
I can't. I'm driving.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on tonight's show. But so check out Marcus After Dark. We'll go
Absolutely.
all over it. But yeah, I think look at that, and it's coming right down to an order block too. Okay.
Yeah. Although for me, for it to be a spring, I should be a little bit lower. But I mean, this is not the whole story, right? I mean, we have not yet bottomed down, so maybe could be it.
Yeah, that's why I said. I mean, it could still be. It could still go down a little lower, but that would be the spring. So I would just be looking for to V bottom out of there. So hopefully the data drops this week will be favorable for our risk on assets. We'll see.
Nice. I'm also expecting a V-shaped recovery out of Bitcoin here. So hopefully we do. In fact, we're just coming inside of my entry box between 93 or 94, let's just call it there, and 91 or 92. So I was talking about this in today's show where we set up these lines. Well, it was yesterday's, but still I have not yet jumped in. But look at that, Piper. 4-hour time frame, we already have one DCA candle right there.
Yep.
I might maybe I might wait for
the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is though, is that you're looking at that on the 4 hour, that could be nothing more than, it's setting a low for a lower high next. And like, that's why I said this lower time, when you get the sell off like this, you got to really watch your time frames that you're looking at. Like Buck saying that Link is looking strong at the moment. Like, I'm looking at it on a 4 hour. I don't know what time frame you're looking at, but Link looks weak as fuck right now, dude.
Well, and the data for
3
Thursday
minutes.
looks
exactly my point.
the data for Thursday looks very ugly too. Where you have GDP growth rate from 3.1% to 2.3%, massively contracting economy. GDP price index up by 0.4%.
Watch, bad news will be good news.
And I don't think on that one. Like your durable or goods orders month over month are positive, but like that could all be backlog still.
Yep.
PCE looking ahead in the wrong direction. 1.5%. He's got to drop his screen. TRADEFLY has to drop his.
Oh, TRADEFLY, what? Yeah, we'll pull that up in a second. TRADEFLY, what you got, man?
Nah, I was just pulling up the channel, baby.
You slid in. You slid in.
Dog. I mean, this is the spot, man. This is make or break. This is where we find out where we're gonna go. We lose this 86K incoming. So.
Yep.
Hold on tight.
Yeah, we're losing the bottom support band of the Pi Cycle support band too.
Yeah, I mean,
we've lost it.
In UK, bro?
We've already lost it.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
All of it looks ugly.
I'll take
There could be-
extreme
there
fear
could
at
be argument,
86,000.
too, that this is big.
Here's the problem is that if we don't find good support for a rally before we start to get these job numbers catching up, because we're going to see unemployment spiking, guys. We really are. All these federal jobs, remember, it's been federal jobs that's been keeping the labor market afloat for over a year. All of these federal jobs that are getting laid off and cut and this and that, when not to discount the other jobs too, like the funding from USAID that was going to contractors that were building homes for Section 8 or whatever, right? Like there's it's not just federal civilian jobs, there's contract, it's 2 to 1. That's what they say. For every civilian job paid for by the American taxpayer, federal civilian job, there are 2 contractor jobs also paid for by the US taxpayer. So it's 1 to 3. So anything that you see on federal numbers, 3 times that number is in the private sector on contractors. That's not going to be there too. So if we don't find support soon and those numbers start to come in, this sell-off could continue and continue and continue. And don't think that it can't. 4-year cycle or not, markets will sell off to macroeconomic data. So
Yeah. Like this is Thursday, which is the heavy data drop. So you've got prior being 3.1 and it's looking forecast is at 2.3, which is just shy of an entire percent decrease
lower on GDP.
on your growth
Yep.
rate.
Yep.
Which is a massive contracting while we're already seeing specific sectors of the economy retracting, like manufacturing, massive there. You're also seeing your jobs numbers slowly starting to tick up, which is not good at the same time.
While inflation's
'cause-
going up. Welcome to
Yes,
stagflation.
which will exactly. Well, that was going to be my whole article for today. Was like the worries of stagflation, and now it's going to be a Tuesday thing. Because I saw articles starting to talk about it, and I did a whole deep dive into what the Trump administration can do, which they've already started doing some things. It's just what else do you need to do to keep stagflation from happening when this is the current state of your economy? And I've been warning about it since like 2021 that was the direction we were heading.
Yeah,
We're at,
preach,
like,
man. Hey,
we're
nobody
at
wants
the
to hear
pivot
that.
point.
Nobody wants to hear
No.
that. They want to hear $500,000 Bitcoin price predictions, and we'll get 18,000 views on that video. Versus, hey, was 108 the top? This is why it might have been. And here's what we need to do if it's not going to be the top, and we get 238 views. 18,000, 238. That's the difference.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget about
Well-
$800 link.
But don't you think? I mean, this is
Still
not a
can't believe
surprise to
he said
anybody.
that.
These numbers are not a surprise. They can't be a surprise.
I mean,
it's not like
they're
it's not
a
like we're getting
surprise to a whole lot
blindsided.
of people.
Well,
No.
we can't. I mean, then you're living in a bubble. I mean, I don't know.
I
I mean, the
mean, you're-
numbers we've known have been wrong, and now at least we're getting a little transparency. We know all the people he's shit canning. So, I mean,
Right.
But like,
it
you've had
cannot
your
be
average
too many surprises.
American believing your average American believes everything's okay.
The average
they
person
sure
is
do.
That's what they're
lazy,
told in
stupid,
the
and bad.
news.
All right, so you just got your strategy
You're
builder from
aware
Sharp
of all this,
Prime,
Melissa,
and now
'cause you sit and listen to it all the time. We all talk about it all the time. Your average American just thinks that shit's too expensive and Trump's going to fix it all.
No. See, and that's
Not my
me and my
friends.
girl have those talks. Yeah, my girl is a psychologist and I am a nerd. So like we'll sit down and we'll have a talk. She's like, "Can you believe eggs are $6 I was like, "Do you want me to break this down for you or not?" And I was like, "We can go there, but like your average American just thinks things cost too much and that like it was supposed to be fixed and we're told it's kind of heading in the wrong direction, but like everything that my eyes are seeing aren't really lining up to what they're saying."
Yeah.
That's your average American right there. Where it's like, I thought everything was going to be cheaper. Eggs are $6, and then they
Well,
don't look
that's
into
what-
it any further.
That's what happens when 20 million chickens die.
Mm-hmm.
20 million chickens.
You want to dive into that one? Like, the reason America gets hit so hard, anytime there's a bird flu, your eggs are massively expensive. Chicken goes up. We factory farm. All of the, it just takes a few chickens, and then all of those farms go out. And so they're
Well, the
like,
problem
they
right now,
just gotta
though,
go
is
through and kill them.
the big problem right now, though, is that we go through bird flu every cycle, right?
Yeah.
And you're right. It's because close proximity in like indoors, right? And so if one gets sick, they all get sick, like a cruise ship, right?
Oh.
It is. It's true. It's what happens on
Yeah.
cruise ships.
Yep. I know. My
but
girl
now,
was just on a cruise.
This year, well, next week, TRADEFLY and I will be on a cruise, so all next week. But this round of bird flu, a guy that I was listening to said, this one has actually hit your free range and all that too. Like they got hit pretty hard even. So this was like the worst round of bird flu we've seen in a decade.
But like that's also something you see happen in like just general life, where it's like people don't get the flu as much. People don't get the flu as much, and then there's a bitchin' flu that comes around. And everybody feels it.
Yep.
Like natural progression. But
Yeah, I just experienced it a couple weeks ago.
You did too? Yeah, my girl's son is sick with it right now. Like he never gets sick, and he's been down for 3 days. And that boy's like ADHD off the walls.
Look,
So
all
it's
you
been a
gotta
massive
do,
difference.
all you guys got to do is go to combat for like 4 or 5 times, get PTSD. You'll hardly ever leave your house, and then you won't get sick.
Piper, that's what I do, and I didn't have to do the whole go to combat thing. Like, I haven't left my house in a few weeks now, except to go to the gym, and I don't always do that because I can work out at home. So
It's like last night. My wife said, "What are we gonna do for dinner?" I said, "Saltgrass Steakhouse." She went, we going to Saltgrass?" I said, "No, we're gonna have it delivered." And I ordered it on DoorDash and had Saltgrass Steakhouse delivered to my house. It was like $190 freaking dinner for
That
3
sounds
people.
I'm
so good.
I'm sorry for your guys' trauma, but I just don't go outside because I don't like people.
same.
You work outside.
Oh.
I know, but guess what? I work in a truck by myself all day. So,
Yeah.
no,
He chose the blue collar job where he doesn't have to deal with people. That's like me. I'm in a cab all day. I don't hear anyone unless I choose to hear someone.
No, I gotta talk to clients and stuff. They're fine. It's just, I don't know, going out in public. I don't do bars or anything like that because first of all, I don't drink, or smoke. So it's just.
What about gummies? Do you eat gummies?
I will not divulge on that information.
How high can we get you at Vegas? That's the real question here.
Whoa. Watch out now.
I know you can't
Melissa's-
drink, but
Melissa's calling friends right now all over the country. She got cop friends from coast to coast.
hey, it's all legal in Vegas.
Is it?
Yeah. It's all legal in Vegas.
Oh, maybe I will get in trouble. No.
You can smoke weed, you can drink, you can gamble. It's all legal in Vegas. They don't care. They're like, yeah, we're in the desert in the middle of nowhere. How do we get people here? Drugs,
Yeah,
hookers,
the only thing not
gambling.
legal the only thing not legal in Vegas is prostitution. Clark County is the only county in Nevada that is not legal.
Yeah, you got to drive to the next county over
Yeah, you sure do.
legally.
Well, my beautiful wife will be like 5 months pregnant at that time, so I probably don't need to be too loopy. I don't know.
Sounds like you need a hooker, sir.
No. God.
No.
While she's with me?
This is
Just
why your
get
marriages are
together.
fragile.
No,
Right
this
here.
is
This is why.
just go get one she'll agree to bring to the marriage bed.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll go over well.
Yeah, swimmingly. It'll go over amazing.
OC, you're not helping. OC's like, well, get two then.
You guys are wild.
Says the guy who's not married. Hello. Yeah.
He knows
Not
better
yet.
to get married. It's cheaper for him to pay for it. Fuck it.
He's got a great fiance. You guys, I will fight. I will stand and defend MJ on the edge of the cliff. Ain't happening.
Yeah, ain't happening.
MJ is awesome.
But okay. What
All right.
other projects were people looking at today besides IP? Because that's what I looked at today.
Litecoin.
OM.
OM. Yeah. We got earnings this week. Nvidia's got earnings. Bank of America said buy into Nvidia prior to the earnings. I'm saying.
I saw my sell indicator on Nvidia a long time ago, and that's when Nancy Pelosi sold in January. And I told everyone that was the selling signal. I've been saying it for a long time. I was like, when Nancy Pelosi sells her Nvidia, you better fucking sell your Nvidia too.
Have y'all noticed though when like they start saying, "Oh, buy this before earnings statements"? That seems to be the times we have some pretty damn good dumps, man. Like it's some bullshit.
It is. You ain't wrong, dude. You ain't wrong.
How else are they supposed to sell their asset at the top?
They got to have somebody willing to buy to sell.
It's not okay for us to do a. It's not okay for us to do a meme coin. I feel like this is just silly, guys.
We're not doing a meme coin. We are not going to rug pull the crypto space, man.
Fine.
We'll do a rug pull, not a rug pull, a meme. If Buck holds 70% of the liquidity, and you can't ever sell it.
Yeah, I'm not going for that.
Well then no Piper meme.
TRADEFLY, how's that trend line looking right now, bro?
It's wicking underneath of it right now, but
what
a
I
wick is
thought.
okay. A wick is okay. We just can't get a close. And really, I'm looking for a weekly close.
What time frame you on?
For the channel?
That you're looking at, that you're seeing a wick, because we're in fresh territory right now on this candle that I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, I mean it's still technically a wick if you're on the daily or the weekly, right?
Oh, weekly, yeah. That's why I was asking.
That's why I
what
said
time frame you're on.
weekly close underneath.
Oh,
it.
weekly. Got it. Yeah.
If I get a weekly close, then everything changes, and 86K is.
I will point out though, look at what it's doing right now on my support box I just showed. Well, crap, it didn't hold is getting a bounce right now.
Crap, it didn't hold.
Like almost to the dollar on my box.
Up from here, baby.
But
Up from here. Let's fucking go.
No, look, money flow's still down, dude. I'm not seeing it. I still think.
It looks
I
really
still think
weak.
Jesus take the wheel. Jesus take the wheel is where we're heading, bro.
I really hate it when you pee on my Cheerios, bro.
Hey,
Well,
haven't you been getting your Cheerios peed in all day by all the influencers?
Yes.
Yeah.
He just wants somebody to come on and tell him $800 link is coming. That's all he wants.
I
Never.
just want that motherfucker to take that bet.
In 2032, maybe.
Dude, did you see the show where he
And
ran and
that's-
hid? Like
Where he
I
ran
even
and
did
hid,
it.
no.
Like my cheap ass did another super chat because I am that fucking cheap, but I actually put a super chat just so that motherfucker would have to read it, and he still wouldn't take the bet. He's like, I don't know, like 2025, I'm not sure. What a fucking schmuck.
Are you talking about the Broz
THM.
channel?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like, and that's the thing. It's like he came out with that video a long time ago, and I shit all over it in the comments because I was like, "That's the most outlandish fucking thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth, Tim."
I was trying to get him to take a bet. I told him I'd bet him $800 worth of link right now. That link will go to $800. My thought process was maybe a bunch of people would jump in, buy some link, pump our bags, and it still won't get $800, and I'll make double the money.
Yeah, he's not going to take that bet because then you'd have to back up some of the things he says.
That's what happened
on those price predictions. I hate price prediction videos get clicks. Not gonna lie, cool, but like unless you're doing a price prediction video on like gold or like the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq, something that's been around for years and years and years. I'm not going to take it into account too much because you're talking about a brand new thing.
I want to be
when you're going
clear.
from
I
$7
called
link.
3,000. I want to be clear. I called $3,000 gold a year and a half ago on the live stream.
Yeah, and we are $50 away from that, sir.
Exactly.
I mean, and that's something you can
Later,
easily
LVC.
do. If you understand the economy and you understand the direction things are heading and the way that money is flowing and the structure of gold on the macro, it was screaming that it was going to go that high. But like to say that Link, an asset that's been around for 6 years, is going to go to $800 when your market's diluting on the daily, that's outrageous.
Yeah. Well, it's what I was talking to. I was talking to somebody earlier today. It was either Trent or Buck or somebody, and I said the problem is that you have a bunch of content creators that are in the space to make money. That's it. That's the only reason for having a YouTube channel is to make money. That's their livelihood, and they have zero understanding of the economy, and they do not want to acknowledge anything that they don't understand. Even though what they're making their money off of, they don't fucking stand either, because you would know nothing's going to happen in the crypto market, regardless of your dying on the hill talking about the 4-year cycle. If you don't understand the macroeconomics that drive risk markets, if you don't understand that, you shouldn't be opening your mouth at all to anybody. And if you are, they shouldn't be listening to you.
Agreed. I was not here to make money. I'm here because I'm a lonely guy that sits at home all the time, and I like people with like minds. So it's nice to have people with like minds to talk to, even hearing all the differing opinions.
I'm here because I have a secret crush on OC. I find him very attractive.
It's not so secret, Buck. Jeez, radium down 31%.
This is
like I said,
nasty.
don't buy altcoins right now.
Don't buy ETH Layer 2s, apparently.
Damn.
Because
Melissa
a bunch
fell
of those
off.
got
I had
hit.
to invite her back up. I looked here and I didn't see the pink card in here, and I was like, oh, we lost one. Go back. Send the boat back. We got to pick her up.
So what's everybody's thought process on getting cash back from the federal government for Doge money? Think it's going to happen?
$5,000?
No.
No.
Think it's all bullshit just to make people happy that they're cutting stuff?
Yep. I think it gives a good perspective of how much they've cut. But I would actually say, if I was sitting anywhere in that decision-making process, do not send the American people one single fucking penny, because you're going to spike inflation. First of all, you're going to spike inflation, which is going to hurt the economy. You're going to have people throwing it at, they're going to throw it at stuff and not their own personal debt. So if you're going to do anything with it, the responsible thing would be to take that money and put it on the national deficit.
But would your taxpayer go for it?
You said responsible and government in the same fucking sentence.
Yeah.
Serious?
Oxymoron. TRADEFLY went, what do you think, TRADEFLY? Speak it. Speak it.
Nah. I ain't got nothing, man.
Okay.
See,
I
just watch what people. Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah, I agree. I mean, it's just gonna make inflation worse, and
Yep.
I do believe there will be a small amount of people that it makes happy, but grand scheme of things, it's just not. It's not gonna be better for our economy.
I'm officially changing this box.
I agree with the
officially
TRADEFLY.
a
I don't think
resistance
they'll be better
box.
for the economy. I just think they'll do it because they're trying to make people happy and revote for whatever they're trying to get them to do.
I mean,
No.
it's too early. Well, one, you're not re-voting for Trump, right? Like,
Nope.
No, I was thinking it would be like a midterm type thing. So they wait 2 years to get it stacked up, ready to go, and then use that as the reason why you need to vote for Democrats on the midterm cycle.
But that wouldn't work, because what it would do is pump in money into the U.S. consumer pocket to raise inflation and wreck the economy before the election. Dude, they're smarter than that. Come on.
Well, that's also why you always see this time of year's inflation numbers kind of like, and consumer prices. Some of the consumer goods go increased just a bit because a bunch of people get tax money back, and your average American, like my buddy who just got $13,000 because he has 2 kids, just went out and he bought a fucking car. Like, that's what your average American does. They're like, oh, well, I got it, so let's spend it.
Hey,
And it
Trump
just
paid for my
increases the
car, man.
inflation.
Trump bought me a car. I tell my liberal wife's family, my wife's liberal family members that all the time. Hey, all I know is Trump paid for my car. I got a brand new 2025 paid for by Trump. And they're like, that is not the same.
That's all that matters.
My girl's family is Republican, so it goes over swimmingly.
Well, half my wife's family is Republican. Her whole dad's side are Republican. Her whole mom's side are all bleeding heart woke liberals. Like literally, one of her aunts is married to a communist. No joke.
Oh,
a registered communist.
My girl's mom's more conservative than I am, so we had an amazing conversation when she was down here last week. I was like, okay, well, that's awesome. She's like talking about how she's worried. She was worried about the current state of some things, and she likes what Elon's doing. I'm like, oh, all right then. That's not what I was expecting to hear from you this weekend.
Well, the funny part is that I hear all the time, we didn't vote for Elon Musk. Did you vote for Elon Musk? That's what they ask me all the time when they call.
Oh,
me.
yeah.
They do a weekly phone call with my wife. And I'm like, no, I didn't vote for Elon Musk. What did you think about everything he's doing? I voted for the government to trim the fat and straighten the fuck up. And that's what he's doing. So, yes, I voted for Trump, who appointed Doge to go do this. So, yeah, it's what I want is happening. So, your straw man argument of did you vote for Elon Musk is falling on deaf ears. But
You
they're all
should really do
teachers,
that
so
face
of course.
That face you
Which
made when
one?
you were talking about your wife's parents, you should really do that face more. That was great.
I can't stand them, dude. I can't stand them. I love my wife's mom to death. My mother-in-law, love her to death. My wife loves her mom. But, when they asked, like, hey, when you guys move from El Paso, are you moving up to Kansas City? And my wife was like, no, we really don't want to be that far north, Texas area, like maybe Dallas. And she's like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, we don't pay property tax. And really the reality of it is that my wife can only deal with her mom for periods of time. Periods of time.
You do realize
I'm gonna
it's
hop up
being
off here,
recorded,
boys.
right?
I'm gonna get back. I got work
All
out.
right.
Holla.
Later.
You do remember this shit's being recorded, right, Piper?
Yep. Don't give a shit.
All right.
I will say it to their face. I'll say it to their face.
All right, so what do we buy right now? We can make a bunch of money. Let's go. What is it? Let's go.
Trump.
Short. Throw a dart and short it. Throw a dart, short
Yeah.
it. Set a stop loss.
I mean, it's all down. Like Trump's down 20%. You might look at that one for a little short.
I thought
I think it's
LBC
gonna
was
bleed
leaving, and here
harder.
he comes back. LBC's like, I'm out of here. I gotta go. And then he's like, I missed the conversation already. I gotta go back. Yeah, it's cutting into our well, crap, it didn't hold range, guys. But I will point out that this has been a key level for a long time. So
I mean, there's always pie.
I need somebody to work on a thumbnail for Jesus Take the Wheel, because when it gets down here, I'm so doing that on the thumbnail.
Do you need like a little Jesus emoji?
I don't know. I need something of Jesus Take the Wheel. That's
Dude,
going on
the
the
Jesus
thumbnail,
wheel.
man.
Hold on. I will ask ChatGPT right now if he will make you
Oh,
like a little Jesus take the wheel emoji.
the one from
Well,
the
I
movie
want-
with the
I
bobblehead.
want- No, I want a Bitcoin. I want a humanoid Bitcoin driving a car and Jesus reaching in onto the wheel up through the window.
Oh, this is looking nasty. All right, I take back my previous statement. Link looks like dog shit right now.
I told you. And you're like, Link's looking pretty strong. What the hell chart are you looking at?
The 3
Link
minute.
looks
It
in
looked good on the
trouble.
3 minute. Then it went the other way. Shut up.
Get off the 3-minute chart, man. Jesus, fucking DGen.
Hey guys, I'm gonna roll, but talk at you guys later. And on Wednesdays, are you now at 2:00, Piper?
No, it's the same
At
time.
2:00 now?
Well,
Which is what?
no, it's 3:00, 2:00 your time. Yes.
Okay, so you
'Cause this
changed.
was at
Okay, so it
2:00 your
changed
time,
because it
right?
used to be 3:00 my time or 2:30.
Yeah, we
What
moved
2:30
it.
my time, and then it's been at 3:00
We
my time.
moved
And
it
now
so
it's
that OC could be here for it and still get to his other classes. So
okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Talk to you guys later.
cool.
Make money. Bye.
Have fun, Melissa.
Here, hearts for Melissa.
It's not even here anymore, you weirdo.
Hearts for Buck.
That's a negative, sir.
Rock
Go, Piper.
concert for Buck.
I like that, actually. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Good job.
I need a Bitcoin. Oh, no, that doesn't work. I kind of like the one with the brick. Get me some more of that one, but make him wear an orange shirt or like an orange suit or something. So I could put like a Bitcoin on his face.
I mean, there's this. You could kind of cut him out. Hold on. You could just cut out the whole car.
I love that. That's great. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, it's perfect. This is why I love ChatGPT.
Can you do it? Can you tell it to do it in a wide format?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of love the faces on this one though. I really do like the one with him holding the cinder block.
Oh, it's great. Oh, gotta redo.
Because what I can do is I can take the cinder block out and put a briefcase that says crypto portfolio on it. Jesus is holding that, watching the guy drive off the cliff. Is that a wide view? OC, I need one in wide. I need wide format. You can specify for it to do a wide format image.
Yeah, just ask for 1080p.
So
All right, now you guys
everything
are gonna
has
get
this
me over
weird
here
little
messing with
horseshoe
this.
pattern right now.
Weird little horseshoe pattern.
Yeah, like everything's doing the same thing. We did like a big looping arc and then dumped again, and now
Because
it's all
everything's following Bitcoin. That's what the crypto market does.
yeah.
Which is
so
why I
every single
said
thing is
it don't
looping.
matter. It doesn't matter what anything else does. If Bitcoin decides it's going down, all of the market's going down. Dolly.
Hey, OC, are you using the which version of ChatGPT? Are you using a specific AI agent to do the pictures for you? You're on mute.
Sorry, I was saying, I have no idea. Let me just take a look at which one is it. Seems to be. It's not specifying which version is it. ChatGPT, just ChatGPT. It's not the plus. I think it's free version, but man, I just told him to do it 1080p, and he stretched it to 180p. Did not fix the ratio. Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, guys, do you have any buy limit orders set down at that any for like Bitcoin or Sol or Sui or ETH?
No.
You just wait to see what happens.
Yep,
Basically.
I want to see price structure change. I don't need to catch the bottom, man. I said this earlier. I do not need to catch the bottom. I could let it hit a bottom, come up, make a new high, retrace back down for a higher low, and that's where I will enter, and then I'll feel better about it.
Okay.
Vagina.
You guys seeing this?
Yeah,
Now we're looking at OC's screen.
that's not mine. That's Piper's.
Oh, that's a good one.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, ChatGPT's great. This new, I'm waiting for 5. 5 is gonna be killer.
What's the difference supposed to be?
So they've trained it with synthetic data. So like basically to cut down on a bunch of the learning time, they have it solve its own problems. You give it a reward for getting the correct answer, so then it builds up its own data profiles.
How's
Instead
that?
of having to
Basically, exactly what DeepSeek did.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
pretty
like
much.
so yeah, the reward mechanism is different though. So like DeepSeek did not have a great reward mechanism to kind of weed out errors. And that's why DeepSeek's sucked. And ChatGPT's kind of it integrated some of that into 4.0, which is why it did a whole lot better, and it cut down on, because like it used to be like you'd ask ChatGPT something, it'd take forever to kind of spit out an answer. Whereas in like once we got to like 4.0, it's just spitting it out a little bit quicker because it's already got its own data compiled that it's taught itself. So it's just a shortcut on language learning models, basically. It doesn't work for everything. It works great for math or like basic English, regurgitating things, but there's things it's not going to do great at.
Have y'all noticed that you have to input the data for ChatGPT to use? Like if I let ChatGPT find the data points for me, it's usually grabbing the wrong data sets.
With what? Like charts?
Yeah, so if I'm trying to do configurations for different things, like if I'm looking for heat loss on like a delta T across different fluids or whatever, and I'm punching the information into ChatGPT to give my heat loss and my delta T's, and what I was finding was the original information it would start with, or what it thought was the right way to pull the data, was wrong. The formulas were right, but the data that it would pull is wrong. So I would have to feed it the actual data and then have it put it in the formula that it gave me.
It really just depends on like what you're doing it with. So like if you're telling it to like look at a live trading asset and have it break it down with some mathematical equation, it might not know exactly the price at that exact moment or something like that. Whereas then, yes, you're going to have to kind of feed it the data and give it your live chart. But like once you give it your live chart or like you give it its data points, it's really pretty great at it. I've seen people trading options with just ChatGPT. It took them like a few weeks to really train it up, but like you made your own. They basically just made their own stock analyst with ChatGPT. It takes time, but like you teach it what you want, you give it the reward mechanisms with the thumbs up on responses, and it gets better and it gets better, and then you're just able to kind of like give it what the small points you want, and then it's really good at it.
Nice. AOC, how's your mining coming along, buddy?
What was it? Sorry.
How is your mining coming along?
Well, I'm very far. To be honest, I'm very far for mining still. They're still doing all the cabling stuff, and I did add a little bit more of it to compensate for miners because the engineer that is calculating this, I mentioned it. So what we did, instead of routing it through the main power line, we just destined it, or whatever wattage we're gonna be, or I'm gonna be trying to get at, out of the straight three-phase input on my power grid, so it'll have less resistance. So I mean, it's gonna be almost a straight wire, or 3 straight wires from the front of my house all the way back to the workshop, where the miners should be after we finished.
Nice.
Yeah, but that increased the pricing though.
Right? Every time you turn around this stuff, it's like something else costs like, oh, I need that too. Oh shit, that too.
Yeah, man, it's just a pain.
Those fucking
But yeah.
PDUs, man. When I figured out the power plug was $180, I was like, what? It's a goddamn power cord. Fuck you, man.
I know. I'm making my own though. I already have watched a couple of those, and I'm making my own, since I still have my builder's discount on an electrical thing, store, like a major store. I'm gonna be trying to solder my own, getting shielded wire, loop back to earth or to ground, so on and so forth. So I'm going like overkill for it. But still, I have not yet be on that step where I don't even know which miners are going to be running, and I don't think I'm going to be worrying about that until everything else is done.
How many amps are you allocating for the miners?
You know what? I have no idea. I gave him the the last 8 miners, and I told him, you know what? Start thinking about 4 or 5 of them. I'm not gonna be buying them all at once. But he got the spreadsheet and pull the cables on it. So to be honest, I did not ask him. But he's gonna be here tomorrow. I'm gonna be asking him just to have the data.
Gotcha. So running on 3-phase, that'll get you open for those immersion miners, the ones with the high outputs, and also cut down your amp load. The average is like 12 to 13 per machine. Whatever your amp load is, just don't overload it past 85%. Give yourself a 15% variable. That way, if you do get a spike, you don't worry about tearing anything up.
Right. The only thing that it worries me, it's kind of like a defeating cabling from the electrical company. I don't know what the hell, but the 3-phase cables that are coming into my house, the thickness is less than the ones that I'm placing. I don't know if they're gonna be replacing that soon or anything, but I'm just worried that I'm gonna be just having a resistance from the transformer to my entry point on my house.
So if they don't put like the size cable or the size wire has to do with how many amps that wire can pull, right? And how many it can do without overheating itself. So if they don't have a big enough thing, like even just do a size chart on it and see what you've got. And if they say they're giving you 400 amps or 700 amps or however many amps they're giving you, make sure that cable can suffice for that. Otherwise you'll catch that sucker on fire.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I first need to see that everything else plays out, like turns on. And absolutely, I'm going to be talking to my electrician or the engineer that is looking at it and seeing what's going to be, or because he's going to be fighting with the electrical company. So most likely, I'm just going to leave it on his hand and then run maybe a little bit of the data points that you gave me. So I'm actually taking some notes now. And seeing and comparing to what he says. So we'll see. But at this point, but the thing is that when I assembled my CNC machine, the biggest issue that I had, it was the electromagnetic noise that was kind of like propagating. It went to harmonics, and that gave me a ton of issues because I was transforming from 2-phase to 3-phase, and the noise was just too much.
Yeah. A lot of times,
Yeah.
like if you do some of those, the conduits in the boxes that have that rubber stuff insulated or whatever, it'll cut down on some of the output from that buzzing sound. So it'll kind of chop down on it. But yeah, man, the other way to do it is like, as long as you're sticking with 3-phase and not trying to go from single phase up to 3-phase, you get less of it, but you'll still get a little bit of it. But try to insulate everything the best as possible. Like instead of the metal wire containers, like like the tubing or whatever you put the electrical wires in, go with the rubber ones and then do all the rubber seal gaskets as well, and that'll keep some of that down.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going for those. And also everything else is solid, I don't know, galvanized pipe. So everything is encased in metal and grounded.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks for asking, brother.
Yeah, man. All right, I like the last one, Piper. Jesus with the Bitcoin wheel next to him.
No. We're not doing that one. We're doing this one.
Oh, I do like that one better.
I love it.
All right. Anything else, guys? I'm gonna call it a day.
Yeah, I
No.
think that's it. I'm gonna holler at you guys tomorrow morning on the live stream.
All
Have fun,
right.
boys. Don't get any trouble,
Later, guys. What?
Have a good one.
Later, guys.
Thanks, guys.